Welcome to Out of the Blue, number 230. Today, I'm going to talk about the blue. What do I mean by the blue? Out of the blue. The blue what? The blue sky? Yes. But also this. This is the blue. This is my little songbook. Thin, not very many songs. And so, Out of the Blue references taking songs out of my blue songbook. This is the blue. So, I'll play a song out of the blue in a moment. It's a song I've played before, but I'm going to explain it first. And my last few episodes I've tried to keep short and to the point. And this time, I'm not going to do that. You know, I was trying to pander to people who have short attention spans, and now I'm going to essentially take the attitude that if you want to watch it, you'll watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Also, some exciting news, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is January 1st, 2017, and it is the 64th anniversary of the death of Hank Williams Sr. So tomorrow we're going to do some Hank Williams, and we're going to talk about Hank Williams. And Hank Williams is an inspirational figure in many ways. But before that, I want to explain something that informs what I'm saying, and which is to say, I want to explain what it means to speak Neo-Swedenborgianistically. So I'll get to that in a moment. Let's play some music. Wildwood Flower. I learned that off of Maybelle Carter. And Maybelle Carter is In My Spirit World. Well, now maybe I'm being a little confusing, but let's back up a minute. Speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically, what does it mean? Here's a tune that I often do. Ralph Stanley. I know there is a land of beautiful flowers where we'll meet again when life is old, where we'll while away the endless hours on heaven's bright eternal shore. The prettiest beds of flowers will be blooming by the prettiest streets our eyes will ever behold, where the beautiful tree of life for us is waiting by the prettiest mansions made of purest gold. Now, speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically. So Ralph Stanley wrote that song in speaking in the voice of faith. He says, I know there is a land of beautiful flowers. Beautiful flowers. Neo-Swedenborgianistically, it's a different thing. Because Neo-Swedenborgianism is not a faith or a belief, it is an observation. Okay? And it is an observation that there is a phenomenon which we are witnessing in the modern world wherein people actually see this thing and report it at a consistent rate. Okay, so person in the hospital, their heart stops, their heart is stopped for a while, they're stopped breathing for a minute or two, their heart is shocked back to life, they come back to life, and the person says, wow, I went down a tunnel of light and I saw a city of light and grandma was there and she brought me to this beautiful garden, beautiful flowers, and the flowers well, we'll have to talk about the flowers at another time, but the flowers that these people talk about seem to have this life of their own. But so the person saying that has no proof for what they say. But they really seem to believe it. Their whole life has changed, their whole life view has changed. It's a revelation. Okay, now, let's look at the person at the bedside, okay? The person at the bedside, the nurse or the doctor or the nurse practitioner or the relative or the investigative reporter, they write down this. They have observed this thing of this person waking up and saying they saw this. That is observable. That is observable, and since it is observable, it can be predicted and observed and talked about rationally, okay? So if 1% of these people say they saw Jesus, for example, well, that is a statistic which can be predicted, tested, and observed. And since it can be predicted, tested, and observed, that means we can talk about it in a rational way. So I can say Jesus in heaven without speaking from faith. I'm speaking from observation because this is something that has been observed. So that's what it means to speak Neo-Swedenborgianistically. Speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically is to be speaking rationally and logically about this data, because this is a data-driven endeavor. Now, that's about it for that. I want to continue now on what we were talking about, which is how to talk to the dead. And I want to explain how it fits in with what I'm saying. And how it fits in with what I'm saying is that it is observable that there seems to be a structure to this world these people visit. There seems to be a shape and organization to it. So, and the shape and organization is based on our own world. Now here's the Neo-Swedenborgianistic twist, is that all these people claim to go down a tunnel of light to another realm. Swedenborg claimed this. The near-death experience people claim this. But we, as rational observers, all we saw was the person laying on the slab on the hospital bed. So they didn't seem to travel down any tunnel of light or to go to another realm. They were just laying there. So the rational conclusion is that this all happened inside their head. Now, the religious person would say, no, they went to heaven. And I'm not discounting that or disallowing that. I'm just saying that that is a faith-based or belief-based statement. And so as a Neo-Swedenborgian, or speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically, we cannot say that they went somewhere else, because Neo-Swedenborgianists are rational and are working within a secular humanist framework. So we have to conclude that this happened within their own head, because this is a human organism who has evolved from the earliest days of the rock that is Earth, and we've evolved this brain, and this brain has evolved these complicated systems, language, for example. And so within the language system, you have a conceptual self, the I feel this, I feel that. And this is a conceptual self, and it appears that the conceptual self continues on in some strange way that we don't completely understand. And but that is now observable and quantifiable and studyable. So, oh yeah, talking to the dead. So now we have this template of this place up in the sky. I went up through the clouds into this other realm. So, we were talking about talking to the dead in episodes 228 and 227. And the question is, okay, what's the next step? So step one, we want to talk to the dead. Who? Pick a person. Step two, think about where in this superphysical world they might be. I mentioned my grandmother, who's from the Bronx. Well, maybe my grandmother is not in the Bronx. Maybe she's traveled to Australia. So grandma's somewhere up there in this superphysical world, which it seems like it's way out there, but it's actually here in my head, or it's actually here in your head. Or Houdini wants to talk to his mother. Where is she? She is living in there. Houdini's mother doesn't really live in my head. Houdini's mother lived in Houdini's head. So if Houdini wanted to contact his mother, or if you want to contact somebody special to you, that is where they live. And the proof that they are alive and living is that you can think about them, and you are alive, and your brain is working. So anyway, step one, talking to the dead. Who do you want to talk to? Step two, where are they in this superphysical scheme? Step three, what are they doing? So the idea is to think about this person who's special to you in some way, and think about where they might be and what they might be doing. Because if you're going to contact somebody, you want to do it at a convenient time, right? Because these people, as I'm saying, are alive, they still exist. And so, for example, if you wanted to talk to somebody who was alive, who existed, you wouldn't call them in the middle of the workday. You'd wait till after work, or you'd wait till the weekend. So you have to think about where they are and what they're doing. Step one, who do you want to talk to? Step two, where are they? Step three, think about what they might be doing. Because they are somewhere doing something. Where are we at? We have 10 more seconds, 30 more seconds. I know there is a land of beautiful flowers where we'll meet again when life is old, where we'll while away endless hours on heaven's bright eternal shore. The prettiest beds of flowers will be blooming by the prettiest streets our eyes will ever behold.